read from, oh, okay. Good morning to everyone. And this morning we're going to celebrate Gaur Purnim 2025 by reading from this book called the Prema-dhama-Stotram, which we published in Ireland as the canto to the Lord of Love, Sri Gaura Sundar. And this book has been translated many times and into many different languages. But a couple of years back, I was asked by His Grace Pranashish Prabhu to create a bit more modern translation following a more poetic line. As translations go, sometimes we stick to the merely literal, and sometimes we expand on that. And for example, uh, you can say the Mahabharata is a book about karma and dharma. Or you could say Mahabharata, the story of greater India, deals with the actions and reactions of fruitive karma or uh, work, as well as religious duty or dharma. So it depends on your approach. And sometimes we try to extract as much meaning as possible from a poetic line, giving all the context that we can give. And in this way, connotation expands uh, from a mere denotation, a simple denotation. The Vedanta Sutra, for example, is very compact, it's very concise. Tattvamasi, thou art that, or Atato Brahma Jigyasa, now is the time to inquire into Brahma. But what is the explanation of Brahma? What does that mean? Brahman, Tato Brahma Jigyasa. What is spirit? So, many different commentaries on Vedanta Sutra have been necessary to explain, well, what is spirit? What is a spiritual life? The Srimad Bhagavatam is considered to be the natural commentary on Vedanta Sutra, and that runs to 18,000 Sanskrit shlokas. So uh, the increased connotation of Srimad Bhagavatam explains the terse denotation of the Vedanta Sutra. Well, in Srila Sridhar Maharaj's Prema-dhama-Stotram, we have both connotation and denotation. But some translations will tend to include a lot of commentary. And in my particular case, I thought it would be worthwhile to try to give the lilting line of Srila Sridhar Maharaj's happy style a chance in English without losing too much of the philosophical meaning. So with your permission, I'll read a little bit from my translation of Prema-dhama-Stotram that was kindly published by Pranashish with the help of you all, Subhashini Meenakshi Sundaram and Adwai, and all the good friends in Ireland who helped me. After all, Ireland is the land of saints and scholars and poets, kings and poets. So, with your humble permission, I'll read from this. And I thought it would be wise to begin with the pranam mantra for Srila Sridhar Maharaj. Devam Divyatanam Sucham Nivaranam Balarkachelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Saregavananam Vairagavidyam Buddhim Sri Siddhantanidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Varam Vandeham Shubhadam Mareka Sharanam Nyasishwaram Sridharam. I offer my obeisances unto my Lord, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, whose speech is most pleasing, whose divine form is adorned with garments the color of the newly rising sun, who is an abode of intense ecstatic devotion, who is the sole choice of the sadhus, who is an ocean of renunciation and knowledge, who is a treasure house of perfect conclusions, who is resplendent with pure devotion, who is the best of the followers of Srila Saraswati Thakur, who is the giver of all good, who is the leading general of the Tridandi sannyasis, and who is my sole shelter. And it's worth saying, I believe this mantra was composed by His Divine Grace, uh, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Maharaj. And I've written a bit of introduction here. I'm not sure how long it is. Let me see. I'll read from the introduction to this, just because we're recording, and this will have some archival value. The Prema-dhama Stotram of Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj originally appeared in installments in the devotional Bhakti magazine Gaudiya Darshan. The Stotram is a composition uh, by my spiritual master, Sridhar Maharaj. It has been said that his verses are like pearls strung together on a beautiful necklace worn by the great devotees in the Vaishnava community. While it may be true that religious poetry has fallen out of fashion, this song poem is so extraordinary that it rises above the level of anything dogmatic and occupies a special place in the classical literature of India. I felt that a mere prose translation may fall short, and that Sridhar Maharaj's poetry deserves at least an attempt to capture the happy style and astonishing wordplay of the original. And so I've made such a humble attempt. It is said that we should accept light and heat from a fire, even if it was made by a low caste man, by rubbing sticks together. The method by which the fire was made and the man who made it are not important, as long as there is some heat and light. I hope that here you will find some of the warmth of the original, and that it may give you some light. The particular meter used in the stotram is called Tanaka, which was favored by Srila Rupa Goswami in his verses about the Jamuna River, as well as by Krishnadas Kaviraj in his glorification of Radha and Krishna. This corresponds in English roughly to iambic octameter, although this meter is not so much used in the English language. English poetry nowadays tends towards a free line without any rhyming, since it is often felt that this rhyme scheme may tend towards the sentimental. And yet, when chanted in the Sanskrit language, the happy style of the meter contrasts with the gravity of the Sanskrit itself, at the risk then of shading into sentimentality owing to the happy sound of the verse in English. I've done my best to preserve the bouncy sound and feeling of the original line. His Divine Grace Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami, writing in an earlier introduction to this poem, published in 1983, comments as follows about the purpose of the poem. He says, the special characteristic of this stotram is that it simultaneously summarizes all the pastimes of Sri Gaura Sundara, as well as the Achintya Bheda Bheda Siddhanta, or philosophy of inconceivable simultaneous oneness and difference. The combination has brought about such a wonderful harmony between poetic beauty and philosophical depth that the learned consider the Stotram to be in line with the Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. So here is the Prema-dhama Stotram of Srila Sridhar Maharaj. Deva Siddha Mukta Jukta Bhakta Brinda Banditam Papa Tapada Vada Dagda Dukha Kanditam Krishna Nama Siddhu Dhamma Danya Dana Sagaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Gods and mystics, perfect yogis, gathered bhaktas sing the praise of the one who saves us sinners from the pains of karma's blaze. He is the sea of mercy nectar that is Krishna's holy name. So I bow before Gauranga, golden beauty, Lord of Prem. Swarna Koti Darbhanava Dekhavarna Gauravam Padma Parijata Gandhavani Tanga Sharabham Koti Kama Murchi Tangri Ruparasa Rangaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. His aura outshines a million golden mirrors with its glow, while his fragrance makes the parijata lotus pray and low. 100 million cupids drop their bows, and now they swoon as they pray before Gauranga, Lord of Love, the golden moon. Prema-nama-dana janya panchatattva-katmakam Shanga Divya Parshadastra Vaibhavavatarakam Shama Gaura Namagana Nrityamattanagaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. His fivefold avatar gave Krishna's name in holy praying. With his sangha, saints and weapons, entourage and closest friends, every town and village dancing, singing, chanting Krishna's name. So I bow before Gauranga, golden beauty, Lord of Prem. Shantipur Yadisha Kalya Dharma Duka Dusaham Jiva Duka Hana Bhakta Sokya Dana Vigraham Kalya Goga Nasha Krishna Nama Siddhu Sancharam Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Dark religion troubled Shantipur in Krishna's iron age. So, delivering souls from misery, he appeared upon the stage, joyous with the holy name to grace us with divinity, and happiness to every bhakta, every faithful devotee, quenching Kali's hateful poison with the nectar of the name. So I bow before Gauranga, golden beauty, Lord of Prem. Dvipa Navya Ganga Banga Janma Karma Darshitam Srinivasa Vasa Danya Nama Rasa Harshitam Shri Hari Priyesha Pujadi Sachi Purandaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. He was born at Nava Island on the banks of Ganges shore, where his holy birth and pastimes blessed the Bangla folks of yore. At the house of Srinivasa, Nimai warmed the hearts of all with the nectar and the rasa of the Harinama call. He adored his mother Sachi Devi with respect, and his father Mishra learned and upright beyond the least defect. And when older, Lakshmi Priya and Vishnu Priya were his wives, and Vishwambara Nimai was lord and husband of their lives. Let me sing, O Muse. Please bless me. Let me dignify his name. Let me sing of Lord Gauranga, golden beauty, Lord of praying. Sri Sachi Dulala Balya Bala Sanga Chanchalam Akumara Sarva Shastra Dakshatarka Mangalam Chatra Sanga Ranga Jigjigishu Dharma Samharam Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. As the son of Sachi Devi played the tricks of boys and games with snakes and thieves, he even took away their toys. A genius in the study, mastered books and logic's memes, knew the scriptures in and out, and could argue with the deans. And when before his students he debated with the best, the worldwide's greatest pundit was defeated with the rest. O Muse, give me the song. Let me dignify his name. Let me sing of Lord Gauranga, golden beauty, Lord of Prem. Vajra patra sarameya sarpa sanga kelanam skandavaki chora tirtha viprachitra lilanam Krishna nama matra balya kopashanti sokaram Prema-dhama-Deva meva nomi gaura sundaram. Various pots and pups his playthings, he toyed with snake and thief, and blessed pilgrims with his remnants. When he cried, his sole relief, the holy name of Krishna alone, could pacify his soul. I sing of Lord Gauranga, whose form was molten gold. Snara Ganga Bari Bala Sangaranga Kelanam Balikari Pari Hasya Bhangi Balya Lilanam Kuta Tarka Chatra Shikshakari Vara Tatparam Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Among the young ones at the Ganga, Nimai flung himself in play, flirting double-tongued with virgin girls who giggled every day. His logic-juggling babble stunned the pundits and their boys. I sing of Sri Gauranga, golden lord of holy joys. Sri Nimai Panditeni Namadesha Vanditam Navatarkya Daksha Laksha Dambi Damba Kanditam Shtapitarta Kanda Kanda Kanditata Sambaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. As Nimai Pandit's name rang through the land, scholars admit that he cut all mumbo-jumbo with the razor of his wit, slashing arguments, reframing them, constructing them again. I sing his golden glories by his mercy with my pen. Shloka Ganga Vandanarta Digjigishu Bhashitam Vatyalankritarid Doshatari Dharta Dushitam Dvashta Yukti Rudha Buddhi Datadima Dadaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. When the Digvijaya composed a century of verse and rhyme, 100 Sanskrit hymns to Ganga Devi in record time, Nimai heard Kashmiri Pandit praising him with all respect, and he picked a verse from memory and discovered each defect in metaphor, alliteration, ornament, poetic sense, while in argument the poet vainly made a brave defense, yet his intellect was conquered, his argument had failed. Nimai Pandit's deeper intellect and logic had prevailed. So I sing of Sri Gauranga. May his mercy guide each word. I sing the eternal glories of Gauranga, Golden Lord. Sutra vrittiti panishta sukshma vachanadbhutam Dhatu matra Krishna Shakti Sarva Vishva Samritam Ruda Buddhi Panditoga Nanya Yukti Nirharam Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. His analysis of sutras and their syllables astound with a subtle view that showed through every datum, every sound, root and cell word in the Sanskrit dictionary, every theme, all the 7,000 matras, every phoneme and morpheme. He discovered every meaning only leads to Sri Hari. Only Krishna and his Shakti, his divine sweet energy. Pundits scratched their heads in wonder. Minds went numb and tongues dumbfound. Sing of golden Sri Gauranga, sweet divinity unbound. Krishna drishti pata hetu, shabda karta yojanam, spotavada shrinkalaika bitti Krishna Bhikshanam, Shtula Sukshma Mula Lakshya, Krishna Sokya Sambaram, Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Mind gives speech, which gives us meaning. Which comes first then? Mind or speech? But where's cognition without language? What exactly is idiom's reach? Do meaning and language make cognition? Or the other way around? And how is Sanskrit born? From what heaven comes this sound? Bhartrhari and Panini write that consciousness comes first. From consciousness, cognition. From cognition, language bursts. This burst is known as spota, the theory, spotavad. Nimai Pandit taught that spota has its origin in God. If language, mind, cognition, speech burst forth from conscious thought, thought springs forth from spirit. That's what our Nimai taught. Each spirit's but a ray of light. Divinity, the sun. Sri Krishna is the son of sons, the perfect Holy One. Then all of living language, meaning, every word we write subjectively evolve from Krishna's vision and his sight. As a volcano spewing lava, Sri Gauranga gave us prem. And so I sing his glories and vibrate his holy name. Prema-ranga patabana chatrakaku kataram chatra sangha astatala kirtanadya sancharam Krishna nama sidhu sindhu magna dikcharacharam Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Home from Gaya, shocked with prem, Nimai returned a God-struck lad, shunning logic for the magic of the holy name, half mad. At first his students were chagrined. They'd lost a genius with his wit. They condemned themselves 100-fold as most unfortunate, imploring him to teach. And so he organized a group to dance and chant the holy name, a chanting kirtan troupe. Now clap your hands and beat the drum and do whatever you can, he said, to preach the gospel of Sri Krishna Sankirtan. And so north and south and east and west were flooded by the sea of nectar flowing from the name of sweet divinity. I sing of Gaurasundar. As they sang and beat the drum, I sing the Lord of Prem divine, of Gaurasundaram. Arya Dharma Pala Labda Diksha Krishna Kirtanam Laksha Laksha Bhakta Gita Bhajya Divya Nartanam Dharma Karma Nasha Dasya Dushta Dushkritodaram, Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gora Sundaram. He united Vedic Dharma with the mantra and the drum. Guru Shastra Sangha gave us Krishna Kirtanam. First his students all surrounded him, then friends joined by the score, then 100,000 bhaktas, then 100,000 more. They danced and sang of God, Krishna, all moved by holy praying, beating drums and cymbals ringing while vibrating Krishna's name. Cheating dharma and black karma, all this he did set aside. I sing of Sri Gauranga, in whom prem doth abide. Maletsha Rama Nama Baddha Bhakta Biti Banjanam Laksha Laksha Deepa Naisha Koti Kanta Kirtanam Sri Mridanga Talavadya Nritya Kaji Nishtaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gora Sundaram. And when the Islamic Qazi stopped the song and broke the drum, with 1,000 torches lit, Nimai approached the Qazi's home. In a Sankirtan procession, where 10,000 more did come, they sang before the Qazi to the pounding of the drum, kartals ringing with mridangas, cymbals clashing with the gong. And the Qazi fell before them, confessed that he'd been wrong. By the grace of Sri Gauranga, that Qazi's Malecha heart was won. Holy prem abides within him. Sing of Gora Sundaram. Lakshilo Chanashruvarsha Harshi Kesha Kartanam. Koti Kanta Krishna Kirtanadya Danda Dandaram. Nyasi Vesha Sarvadesha Hahutasha Kartaram. Prema-dhama-Deva Eva Nomi Gora Sundaram. Not a dry eye among thousands, as his glowing locks were shorn. Mother Sachi and the gathered multitudes who watched did mourn. They had lost their Nimai Pandit to the strict vows of sannyas, as he shouldered now the danda, triple staff given from Vyas. And as he held the staff of saintly pilgrims in his hand, they wept that he'd renounced this world. They wept from every land. Vishvambara was now Chaitanya, come to give the holy name. I sing of that Gauranga, the abode of holy prem. Shri Jatesha Bhaktavesha Radhadesha Charanam Krishna Chaitanyakya Krishna Nama Jiva Taranam Bhava Vibramatma Mata Davanana Buddharam Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gora Sundaram. Lord of Swamis, Bhakta garbage with his foot dust, blessed Bengal. Now called Sri Krishna Chaitanya, saving sinners from the fall, madly dancing, chanting, ranting, golden volcano of prem, I sing of Gaurasundar, who gave us all the holy name. Shri Garadharari Nityananda Sanghavardhanam Advayakya Bhakta Mukhya Vanchitartha Saranam Ketravasa Shabilasha Matritosha Staparam Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gora Sundaram. His descent was for Advaita, his great bhakta, for to please. Nityanand at Garadhara made the Kirtan group increase. He vowed to stay in Puri Dham, his mother to appease. I sing of Sri Gauranga, Lord of mercy, hear my pleas. Nyasi Raja Nila Shaila Vasa Sarva Bhomapam Dakshinatya Tirtha Jata Bhakta Kalpa Padapam Rama Mega Raga Bhakta Kalpa Padapam Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gora Sundaram. In Nilachala, the Lord of Swamis saved Sarvabhauma's soul from the Vedanta Samadhi phantom, that suicidal ghoul. On to South India he pilgrimed, a spiritual odyssey. There he confronted and defeated many a strange philosophy. At holy paces, there he was like the wish-fulfilling trees, reviving long-forgotten bhakti and enlivening devotees. Among them, Ramananda Roy, a rain cloud showering nectar of confidential raga bhakti rasa in all its perfect splendor. I sing this ballad to the abode of Prem, the golden one, Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya, known as Gaura Sundaram. Dvasta Sarvabhauma Vada Navyatarka Shankaram Dvasta Tadvivarta Vara Danaviya Damvaram Darshitarta Sarva Shastra Krishna Bhakti Mandiram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Crushing Sarvabhauma's thesis with his genius for debate, crushing Mayavadi logic as teacher tried to obfuscate, all Shastra is the home of Krishna Bhakti, Nimai said. I sing of Sri Gauranga and bow my humble head. Prema-dhama-Deva Durga Deka Deva Manditam Hema Kanja Punjan Nindi Kanti Chandra Vanditam Namagana Nityanavya Divya Bhava Mandiram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Prema dwells within his figure, pleasing gods with beauteous sight, with his well-formed limbs and features, finer than the orb of night. His splendor mocks the beauty of the golden lotus flower. He is holy name euphoria, divine love's temple tower. I sing of Sri Gauranga. May his mercy guide each word. I sing the eternal glories of Gauranga, golden Lord. Krishna, 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 Krishna Nama Kirtanam, Rama Rama Ganaramya, Divya Chandranartanam, Jatra Tatra Krishna Nama Dhanaloka Nishtaram, Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna as he pilgrimed to the south, with the holy name of Rama sounding from his lotus mouth. He visited all temples, shrines, and every holy place to deliver lost and fallen souls from every human race, regardless of their circumstance, high or low caste, right or wrong. I pray that Sri Gauranga guides this verse and writes my song. Gaudavarya Vamatira Ramananda Sangvadam Gana Karma Mukta Raga Bhakti Samparam Parakiya Kanta Krishna Bhava Sevanakaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Godavari's waters witnessed Ramananda's dialogue, where he spoke of jnana and karma, of liberation's fog, and raga bhakti, the hidden treasure of the sweetest absolute, and parakya bhava, ecstatic service, the highest truth. All this he spoke in dialogue with Ramananda Roy. I sing of Sri Gauranga Dev, divine abode of joy. Tasya sakya vatsya kanta sevanutarottaram shreshta parakiya radhikangri bhakti sundaram Shri Vajras sasira divya karma Krishna tatparam Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Above good deeds, and wisdom, higher still than yogic trance, those who serve in Braja all take part within the dance. The rasas born from seva progress in their intimacy, servant, friendship, parent, lover, all approach divinity. None higher than Sri Radha. Her love divine is best. To serve the servant of her servant's servant is the quest. All this he spoke in dialogue with Ramananda Roy. I sing of Sri Gauranga Dev, divine abode of joy. Shanta Mukta Britya Tripta Mitra Mata Darshitam Snigda Mugda Shishta Mishta Shusta Kunta Harshitam Tantra Mukta Bamya Raga Sarva Sevanuttaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Passive Shanta gives one Mukti Dasya, the joy of servanthood. Sakya, friendship is still closer than Vatsalya, parenthood. Then Sakya in Madhurya, then Parakya Bhav. So Ramananda spoke of all the stages of divine love. I sing of Sri Gauranga Dev, divine abode of joy. All this he spoke in dialogue with Ramananda Roy. Atmanavya tattva divya raya, bhagya darshitam, shama gopa radhi kapta kupta, kupta cheshtitam, murchitang rama roya, bodhitatma kinkaram, Prema-dhama-Deva meva nomi gaura sundaram. He revealed how he had descended as the golden avatar, dark Gopal, cloaked in Radha's aura like a shining star. Ramananda swooned before this angel, strange and brightly gleaming. He fell before Chaitanya as if lost or only dreaming, and with a touch the Lord restored his consciousness as before. I sing of Sri Gauranga, glory to the golden Lord. Nashta kushta karma vipra rupa bhakti larshanam, Ramadasa vipra moha mukta bhakta poshanam, Kala Krishna dasa mukta bhatta hari pinjaram, Prema-dhama-Deva mevan nomi gaura sundaram. Embraced the leper Brahmin of Puri, made him beautiful and whole, assuaged the Ramdas Brahmin's madness, proving bhakti saves the soul. He saved poor Kala Krishna Das from the half-mad Bhattacharya cult, and thus the golden avatar is the Lord that I exalt. Raganata Bhatta Bhakti Tushta Bhangi Bhashanam Lakshmi Gana Krishna Rasa Gopi Kaika Poshanam Lakshmi Bhishta Krishna Shirsha Sadhya Sadhanakaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. In Sri Rangam, where Narayana is praised with reverence, Sri Chaitanya taught that Lakshmi Devi yearns to join the dance. On the banks of the Kuveri, where the Vaishnavas praise with awe the four-armed form of Vishnu and his consort, with the law of temple worship, incense, lamps of ghee, and lotus flower, Chaitanya proved to Venkat Bhatt that beauty overpowers the highest of conceptions. Lakshmi Devi and her Lord are not allowed in Braja, where Sri Krishna is adored. Even Lakshmi is attracted, wants to join the rasa dance, but her opulence is barred. Power versus beauty has no chance. Thus, the milkmaids of Vrindavan surpass the lady of all luck, and Gopi Bhav leaves Narayan's goddess smitten and awe-struck. Power fades before the beauty of Vraja's cowherd boy. I sing of Sri Gauranga Dev, abode divine of joy. Brahma Sanghitakya Krishna Bhakti Shastra Dayakam Krishna Karnas, Siddhunama Krishna Kavya Gayakam, Shri Prataparudra Raj, Shirsha Sevya Mandidam, Prema-dhama-Deva Meva, Nomi Gaura Sundaram. He found the Brahma Samhita, a scripture lost for years, and the Krishna Karnamritam writ with Bilvamangal's tears. Puri's King Prataparudra bowed before his lotus feet. I sing of Sri Gauranga Dev, Lord of Krishna Prem so sweet. Shri Ratagra Bhakta Gita Divya Nartanad Bhutam Chatri Patra Mitra Rudra Raja Richa Matrikam Kundi Chagamadi Tattvarupa Kavya Sanjaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Ratayatra Bhaktas sang and danced divine oblivion, surrounding Nataraj, astounding Puri's pilgrims and their king. Prataparudra's heart did wonder at the thunder of the dance as the Bhaktas celebrated Jagannath in all their chants, and they journeyed to Gandicha, 500,000 strong. Their path was writ by Rupa in Sanskrit verse and perfect song. That Sri Rupa celebrated Sri Chaitanya Nataraj. I sing of that Gauranga, where all holy love doth lodge. Prema Mugdha Rudra Raja, Saurya Virya Vikramam, Prartitang Rivajitanya Sarva Dharma Sangamam, Luntita Pratapa Shirsha Paratuli Dusharam, Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Rudraraj renounced the pomp and all the games of royal thrones, giving up all dharma. Sri Chaitanya's feet, his only crown, wonder-struck and overwhelmed by Sri Gauranga's holy bliss. I sing that avatar, the Lord of love and reminisce. Dakshinatya suprasiddha panditoga pujitam, Shrestha Raja Raja Patra Shirsha Bhakti Bhushitam, Desha Matrishesha Darshanarti, Gaura Gocharam, Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Southern kings and pundits worshipped him. Their families all adored that crown jewel of devotion, King of kings, the golden Lord. He returned to Bengal's countryside at last to say farewell to the Ganges, where his loving mother Sachi Dev did dwell. So I sing of Sri Gauranga. May his mercy guide each word. I sing the eternal glories of Gauranga, golden Lord. Gaura Sarvi Sarva Gaura Gaura Bharta Sajjitam, Shastra Shastra Daksha Dushta Nastikari Lajditam, Muhyamana Matrikari Dehajiva Sarcharam, Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. All of Gaura knew of Gaura, Gaura's glories far and wide. Even atheists and skeptics throughout the countryside humbly came to see their Gaura, leaving all envy aside. His sight revived poor Sachi, who from his absence almost died, and his friends and loyal followers who grieved that he had gone. I celebrate Gauranga with each line of my song. Nyasi Panchavarsha Purna Janma Bhumi Darshanam Koti Koti Loka Lubda Mugda Drishti Karshanam Koti Kanta Krishna Nama Gosha Bedi Ambaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. After 5 full years of sannyas, he came home to Navadvip as the thousands mobbed to see him there, to kiss his feet and weep. The uproar split the heavens as that vast and happy throng welcomed their Lord with the holy name, their voices raised in song. And so to honor them, they chant, and so to honor him, they chanted Krishna's holy name. I bow before Gauranga, golden beauty, Lord of Prem. Arta Bhakta Shoka Shanti Tapi Papi Pavanam Laksha Koti Lakka Shanga Krishna Dhamma Danavam Rama Keli Sagra Jata Rupa Karshanadaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. He blessed forlorn, forgotten ones who'd left their homes for good, saved sinners and the lost souls, and more. And then again he soothed the broken-hearted bhaktas who followed him on the road. And with thousands in his wake, he ran to Krishna's sweet abode. And when he reached Ramkeli, he gave Sri Rupa cover and met and taught Sanatan, Sri Rupa's older brother. Vyagravaranaina vanyachantu Krishna gayakam premanrityab parmatachara kandanayakam durga banya marga bhata matra sanga shokaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. In the Jari forest, he made deer and tigers dance. Elephants and jaguars joined him, while the parrots sang the chants of the holy names of Krishna as Chaitanya called the tune, down jungle paths with love of God beneath an August moon. In Balabhadra Bhattacharya's company he strolled. I sing of Sri Gauranga Dev, whose form was molten gold. Ganga Jamunari Bindu Madhavadi Mananam Madhurata Chitta Jamanagra Bhagatavanam Shmarita Brajati Tijva Vipralambakataram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. At Prayag and Varanasi, he made pilgrimage and viewed a host of holy temples by the Ganga and Jamun. A host of deities. He worshipped Bindu Madhava, then hurried down the Jumna's bank to get to Mathura. As thoughts of Braja Leela raced within his mind, he merged in separation from Vrindavan as the Jumna's waters surged. And so the golden Lord within whom Prema doth abide arrived unto Vrindavan. Let Guru be my guide as I sing the holy glories of Gauranga and extol his virtues and his pastimes. Hear me, Gaura Haribol. Madhavendra Vipralamba Maturishta Mananam Prema-dhama Drishta Kama Purva Kunja Kananam Golukari Goshta Gopa Gopika Priyankaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Noma Gaura Sundaram. Madhavendra's Vipralamba was his very heart and soul. As he reached the home of love divine, his pilgrimage's goal, Braja's shady wooded groves, where Krishna played in forest bowers, with cowherds and the maidens there adorned with forest flowers, Vipralamba, the highest form of love divine, his heart and soul. I sing of Sri Gauranga, whose form was molten gold. Prema Gunjanali Punja Pushpa Punja Ranjitam Gita Nritya Daksha Pakshi Briksha Laksha Vanditam Go Vrishari Naradipta Purva Moda Meduram Prema-dhama Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Strolling through the groves of Braja with flowers and blooming trees, heard the Sanskrit prayers to worship him from buzzing bumblebees, as birds would sing his praise and dance and honor him in song, and thousands of desired trees would sway and move along, where every word was song and every movement dance, Even Brudge's cows and calves and oxen frolicked as they pranced. His heart was overflooded, overjoyed with Krishna Prem. O hear of Lord Gauranga, let me sing his holy name. Prema Buddha Rudha Buddhi Mata Nritya Kirtanam Plavitashru Kanchananga Vasa Chaturanganam Krishna Krishna Ravabhava Hasyalasya Bhasvaram Prema-dhama-Deva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. With love divine possessed the golden Lord, was lost in chance. Mad with Vipralamba, Krishna's name his only chance. I'll read that again. With love divine possessed, the golden Lord was lost in dance. Mad with Vipralamba, Krishna's name his only chance. His eyes rained tears in torments, which deluged his gold complexion, watering his garments, showering tears in all directions. Driven mad with Mahabhav, mad hysterical, he'd laugh. Krishna, Krishna, he would cry. Govinda, he who tends the calf. In this state of holiness, his form and beauty was made clear. I sing of Sri Gauranga, the Lord of love so dear. Prema Mugdha Nritya Kirtana Kularan Tankitam Snadadanya Baridanya Bhumi Kunda Deshakam Prema Kunda Radhikakya Shastra Vandanadaram Prema-dhama-Deva Nomi Gaura Sundara. Wrapped in prema, singing and dancing, Lord Gauranga found the Kund, sacred bathing pond of Radha, where the gopis once had swooned to the flute song of Sri Krishna. Now an empty paddy field, he bathed there, consecrating holy ground, where'er he kneeled, and recited verse from scriptures, glorifying that lagoon that future generations worshipped as Sri Radha Kund. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embodied Krishna Prem. Oh, hear of Lord Gauranga, let me sing his holy name. Tintiri talasya jamunormi bhavana plutam nirjanaika radhikatma bhava vaibhavavritam shama radhikapta gaura tattva bhitikakaram prema-dhama-Deva nomi gaura sundaram. He sat beneath the ancient tamarind from Dwapara's age and observed the Jumna River with its sacred dancing waves, there remembering the water sports that delighted Radha and Shyam. He contemplated, overwhelmed by Sri Radhika's bhajan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embodied Krishna Prem. O hear of Lord Gauranga, let me sing his holy name. Sarika Shukoptik Kautukadyalasya Lapitam Radhika Vyatita Kama Deva Kama Mohitam Premavasya Krishna Bhava Bhakta Richamatkaram Prema-dhama-Deva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. A parrot and its mate, describing Krishna Deva's Cupid, referred to him in Sanskrit verse as Radha's God made stupid, as Cupid drops his bow, bewildered by a thing called love. Devotion's loss bewilders even holy God above. The Absolute is capable of losing all his sons. Even Krishna felt her loss in Radhika's absence. And when he heard that dialogue between those witty birds, that golden god discovered, he was at a loss for words. The master of all had been subdued by love divine, a slave to his own devotee. enraptured by the love she gave. So spoke the parrot to his mate in charming Sanskrit verse. Here, beauty conquers power. God's sweet will submits to hers. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embodied Krishna Prem. Oh, hear of Lord Gauranga. Let me sing his holy name. Sri Prayaga Dhamma Rupa Raga Bhakti Sancharam. Sri Sanatanari Kashi Bhakti Shikshanadaram. Vaishnavanu Beda Nirvishesha Panjara. Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Goda Sundaram. And so the Golden Lord moved on, this time to Prayag Dham, there to teach Sri Rupa, as it's told in Sanskrit psalm. He spoke of Raga Bhakti and expounded means and ends, and then moved on to Kashi, where Sanatan made amends. Expounding on the principles of theistic dedication, the Golden One refuted Kashi's voidist meditation. Sri Chaitanya embodied Krishna Prem. O hear of Lord Gauranga, let me sing his holy name. Nyasi Lakshanayaka Prakashananda Tarakam, Nyasi Rashika Shivasi Krishna Nama Parakam, Vyasi Naradari Datta Veda Di Durandaram, Krishna Da, Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. With the message of Sri Vyasadeva, of Narada, and the line of disciplic continuity since ancient Vedic times, he saved 100,000 swamis dressed in holy red, and their guru Prakashananda, who bowed his shaven head and surrendered with his followers to adore the holy name before the golden avatar, the abode of Krishna Prem. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embodied Krishna Prem. O hear of Lord Gauranga. Let me sing his holy name. Brahma Sutra Bhashya Krishna Naradopadeshakam Shloka Turya Bharshananta Krishna Samprakashakam Shabda Vartananta Hetu Nama Jivanishtaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Krishna taught the Brahma Sutra's meaning. Narada gave in verse Vedanta's basic teaching in 4 nutshell shlokas, terse. The holy name of Krishna is the transcendental sound that delivers souls to his abode from birth and death, earthbound. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embodied Krishna Prem. Oh, hear of Lord Gauranga. Let me sing his holy name. Atmarama Vachanadi Virshi Sheshakandanam Shrotavaka Sartakaika Chidvyasha Vandanam Divya Krishna Vigrahari Gona Buddhi Dikaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. And with his explanation of the Atmarama Shloka, he refuted voidist heresies. Their talk was turned to smoke. He established that divinity indeed has qualities. With the soul of Scripture's reading, he showed divinity as playful consciousness, as sweet reality. Godhead is personal, he claimed, and he is by himself and for himself. His holy name can save us from ourselves. He derided the idea that deities are merely forms. His substance is of higher stuff, defying all our norms. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embodied Krishna Prem. O hear of Lord Gauranga. Let me sing his holy name. Brahma Paramatmya Lakshanad Vayaika Vachanam Sri Brijashvasidhananda Lila Nanda Nandanam Sri Rasa Swarupa Rasa Lila Gopashundaram Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. The book of Krishna written by Vyas explains Vedanta's text. Gauranga taught the voidist, schooled swamis, they're perplexed. Godhead's not void of quality, he said, or attribute. How art thou so blind to the sweet truth about the absolute? Spirit, God within, is good, but let's go deeper still. Bhagavan is higher theism. Divinity is personal. The Absolute, or Bhagavan, has form and shape and will, and pastimes in green pastures with gopas, boy and girl. That holy place is Braja, where he plays as Nanda's son, with perfect form and holy ras and joy for every one. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embodied Krishna Prem. Oh, hear of Lord Gauranga. Let me sing his holy name. Radhika Vinoda Matra Tattva Lakshananvayam Sadhu Sangha Krishna Nama Sadhanaika Nischayam Prema Sevanaika Matra Sadhya Krishna Tatparam Prema-dhama-Deva Meva Naumi Gaura Sundaram. The analysis of Godhead is not a task for simple fools. Gauranga gave ontology with method, goals, and rules. For the saints who paid attention, he outlined the traits of God, theology, and threefold truths of Sri Radha Vinod. First, who are we as souls, and who is God, Madana Mohan? The knowledge of relationships called Sambandha Gyan, the basis of devotion. Sri Gauranga taught the truth about the soul and its relationship with Godhead, Braja's youth. The highest form of Godhead is not reverence and law, but mercy, beauty, love are more than justice, power, and law. Above the Lord Creator is the transcendental king called Vishnu of Vaikuntha, where even Lakshmi sings the transcendental glories of Vrindavan's favorite boy, whose happiness and pleasure is Radha's only joy. The highest category of the Godhead must be sweet. The Lord of the dance is supreme. All others at his feet. So spake Gauranga to the saints. In this wise did he teach, instructing sadhus in the hidden truths that they should preach. And when they wished to understand what practice comes anon, Gauranga schooled the sadhus all in Abhideya Gyan. Knowledge is fine when truths are told, practice finer still. Take the holy name with saints. In time, you surely will find this method perfect, both in means and in the end. Achieve the goal of Krishna's holy love, and so ascend. And so, remember Krishna, remember everything I've said, and with sadhus serve the holy name, with hand and heart and head. And so achieve Govinda with this method, with this practice of the name. Soon you'll find you reach the goal, a taste of Krishna Prem. He spoke then of Prayojana, in which the living soul finds service to Sri Radha's lover. That's the highest goal. And better yet, the service of the one who serves the Lord, who gives him divine pleasure, the one that Krishna so adored. So Gauranga taught the holy ones, and so they heard his word. I sing of Sri Gauranga, abode of love, the golden Lord. Atmaramavachanaika Shashtikarta Darshitam Ruda Sankhya Shabda Jatayar Dyatartha Samritam Sarva Sarva Yukta Tara Darta Buridakaram Prema-dhama-Deva meva nami gaura sundaram. With the swamis there in Kashi, Sri Chaitanya did converse. He gave both outer and inner meanings of the Atmarama verse. The Atmarama verse defines for all the spirit's inner wealth. Atmarama means that Absolute is by and for himself. Power and beauty are combined as one in Krishna and in Radha, positive and negative moiety, Godhead enjoying Godhead. His analysis of meaning in the verse showed them a treasure of purports revealing bhakti as the measure beyond measure. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embodied Krishna Prem. O hear of Lord Gauranga, let me sing his holy name. Well, I think I'm going to stop there. I think this reading would go on.